Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Dene. Today as I sat down to do a channeling, and I apologize for not releasing one yesterday. I traveled all day and I was just completely exhausted when I arrived home last night, and that is not a state 2 channeling. So as I sat down this morning to do channeling, I said to Spirit, okay, who's coming through today? Because I never know who is going to move through me. And they showed me my new card deck that I have, my tarot deck with the Golden Future, it's called, and there is one in there that shows the new children. And that is the card that they showed me, is that card of the new children. And as I close my eyes, I can feel myself begin to lift, because this energy is such a beautiful new frequency, and it is, for better terms, it's a lighter frequency is how they're wanting me to describe it. And lighter, makes us feel happier. When we have that lightness of our heart, that is the energy that is really wanting to pour in. And they're pouring into me within this moment a sense of creativity, and how important it is for us to begin to create within our own vision, whatever that is for us as an individual within this experience that we have, whatever that creation is, whatever dream you have had that has been sitting in your heart, maybe even since childhood. You may have had a dream that has been sitting there, and that is what they are bringing the energy in to offer us today, saying that anything is possible, that there is nothing that you are not able to do when you believe in yourself and when you take steps towards it. Because of course we can't just wish things. Spirit will bring them into us when we wish them, but if we are not available and open to the receiving in the believing, we will miss whatever signs are brought our way to manifest that dream into reality. And sometimes we need someone else in our life that pushes. So you may be finding someone right now that is pushing you a little bit in a direction that you might be digging your heels in a little bit, not because you don't want to do it, but because you're a little bit afraid. And you've been procrastinating toward that, whatever that creation is for you. And it can be anything. It can be, something as simple as redecorating your home. It can be, clearing something out. It can be moving to a new place. What is it that is going to inspire that creation and that creativity within you is what they are asking. And the new children are so very pure-hearted and innocent. And when you look at something that is pure-hearted and innocent, we just see the joy in it, the love in it. We don't see the obstacles that are there. They are only something that we must overcome or go around, take a different route. They are put there to direct us. It is like directing traffic around an area that is under construction. And that is what they are talking about right now, that you may feel that you are being directed around something, or you may be taking the long way around something. And that is with deep purpose, because in that journey around, in arriving there, you are going to pick up something that is unexpected for you, but something that is like, holy crap, this is the piece I've been missing. And it is just pulling it all together. It may be meeting someone, okay? Finding something It is about finding something, they are saying. And of course, they're not going to give a specific, because for each and every person, that is something different. Okay? It can be meeting another person. It can be finding a new direction on a career that you have been seeking, using the skills that you have already honed. But now you are going to be able to use those skills in a way that feeds your soul. Okay? So you might find, for example, they're saying to me to bring something that is, for, say you're an accountant. Because an accountant is a very 3D energy. Okay? But what they are saying is that perhaps you are going to find an area for you to be able to work in that is not simply within the materialistic aspect. It is maybe within, perhaps you'll find a non-profit that is very spiritual for you, that you are going to be able to help to bring those numbers in, to help them to be able to distribute the monies, to be able to bring in the right people, to be able to manage that monetary aspect that a lot of spiritual people really suck at. And I know this from experience, I don't really think about money at all. I know it has to be a consideration, but I don't really think about that. So someone that has that skill is really needed within the spiritual community. And please be aware that our life is the spiritual journey. It does not matter what it is that you are doing within your life, whatever path that is, whether you're a hairdresser, whether you're an accountant, whether you're someone that teaches meditation or teaches spirituality, everything is spiritual. And this is something that has been brought to me over and over and over again, how important it is that everyone realizes that their journey is spiritual. That we do not have to put aside everything that we have gained within our 3D life here in order to be spiritual. It is about being authentic. It is about connecting with the truth of who you are. Maybe the truth of who you are is that you are a fantastic accountant. You know the ins and outs to be able to help someone with their business, to be able to draw others in, to be able to use those skills with that intent, because everything is intent. And all of those parts of us are important to come together. The practical with the impractical. Because we feel our dreams are very impractical. And yet we all possess practical skills in this 3D plane. And we need those in order to survive here. So what is it on your path, on your journey, that is pulling at your heartstrings, that is saying, hey, my skill set can be used in this way. This is my intent. This is the journey that I want to go on. There is always a way to use the skill set that you have with good intent that will advance you. Because as we open our heart center up, there is no way to not love more deeply. There is no way to not love through expansiveness. As we open that up and as we find the generosity of our soul that is waiting within. So you are being encouraged to use whatever skills it is that you have been honing here in this plane, that you have been feeling are not spiritually based, to build yourself a beautiful connection to your life. they're showing me like capillaries on a river, how this center and how everything branches out and how everything is connected and how everything is needed, that there are parts that are needed in each skill set. Okay? We need those visionaries, but we also need those that are practical and analytical, that can look at things within that way. And that is what the new children are bringing to me, and I'm really surprised in one sense that this is how they are bringing their energy through me to you. But in another sense, I am not surprised, because this new energy that we are moving into is really asking us to be our true and authentic self, and to learn how to treat ourselves with love, to balance our life, to find that peace within ourselves. And we cannot all be spiritual leaders to be spiritual. That's an impossibility. There are many out there, and if that is what you are called to do, then do it. That is what you are being called to do. But whatever skills you have been honing, whatever direction you are feeling, use those skills that you already possess to be that, to be a part of that, to begin to awaken that piece of you, to move into the larger picture, to not throw away all that you have learned and all the skills that you have honed. It's a really incredibly beautiful energy, you guys. I really love it, and I really love the inclusiveness that these new children, this new frequency, this new energy is bringing forward, because it is an acceptance of all things, and we are all things. Each and every one of us have experienced many lifetimes here, and many obstacles, many challenges, but we have also experienced many successes. We have learned, we have honed skills that are sitting within us that we have held back because we feel that they are unworthy of a spiritual journey. But they are the spiritual journey. And you are being called to bring those skills into the world in a way that serves. Okay? In a way that serves the ascension, that serves your ascension, because you are the only one that can move you through that. Each and every person must make that decision on their own. Yes, can I raise the energy? Of course, I can raise the energy. And as each person comes on board with that and makes the decision, the choice for themselves, that energy becomes a higher frequency, or a lighter frequency, they're wanting to say, in the world. So it slowly changes it. Just like throwing, as I always use, hot water, right, into cold. Eventually it becomes warm, it balances. And when we throw enough hot water into it, it becomes hot. Right? So one by one, individual by individual, is how we will change, is how we will continue to stay within a very specific frequency that is moving onto this planet. And be aware that this frequency is already here. It exists already. They're trying to stop me again. It exists here already, but it exists here in little pockets. Okay? And there are individuals all over the world that are bringing this frequency into the public and expanding upon this frequency. And you are being asked to be part of that expansion instead of the constriction. Because when we sit in a fear-based energy, we constrict. We constrict it. It's not that we don't hold it. We hold it. But it's whether or not we are willing to open that energy up and allow it to expand. And as we allow it to expand, we will begin to experience new and wonderful things. Each and every one of you have the ability to do that. And even if you're sitting back there and saying, I don't believe you, I can't do that, you can. You can. You simply need to move into the awareness, heal yourself to the point of believing in yourself and who you are, becoming your authentic expression of your true essence, which is what we have all been pushed away from and pushed down from. Oh, you're too loud, or you're too something, right? Or not enough. And pushing that into an oppressive state. But you're perfect. You were created in the image of God. God doesn't make mistakes. You simply have to become aware of that. That everything that you have is perfect for your journey. It's when we don't recognize what we have that we struggle, because we are missing pieces of ourselves. We do not have all the tools that we need. It's like when somebody says, okay, you're a carpenter, but your hammer is too loud. Okay, you throw the hammer away. How difficult is it to pound in a nail when you don't have a hammer? Pretty darn hard. If you try to use the end of a screwdriver, has anyone ever tried to do that? I have in my life when I couldn't find a hammer. It is difficult because of not having the right tool. And yet you have that right tool, but you have put it away because somebody said, oh, that's too loud. But you need to know when and how to use it at the right time and what to use it for. You can't use a hammer to pound in a screw. You use a screwdriver for that. So that is what they are talking about, is learning how to use your tools. If you need help with that, my information is down below. I am always willing to help each and every one of you. You can book a session. But if you do not want to, you can check out all my videos here on YouTube. I have many, many helpful tips, many channelings that the Divine has brought through to me. And of course, you are welcome to utilize any of those. So they want me to go into a little bit of a meditation here to help you to be able to connect with your heart. Because when we move into that space of our heart energy, we are better able to find the peace within that silence. Okay? So let's begin by taking a deep breath and allowing that energy to pour in. And I'm seeing the new children again. Yes, they are definitely here. And with the new children, we also have the golden energy, of course, which is why they had me wear this, and actually several gold rings, which I don't typically wear, and the dragon energy as well that is coming in. And the dragon energy is very, very prevalent within the new children energy, because the dragon energy is the protective, and it actually helps us to be able to overcome childhood trauma, which a lot of us have really been working on in a big way. And that is part of the reason why the dragon energy has been so very present and why it is stepping forward for so many people right now. And if you may find that the dragon energy is very, very prominent within your meditations, if you're somebody that meditates, or you find that that dragon energy is showing up in different ways for you, however that is, you very likely have some childhood trauma that really needs to be healed. Most of us have, but at some level, you have trauma that has been stored away that really needs to be opened up, and they really want to help you with that in order to release that energy that is within your heart, in order for you to expand your heart energy, because it is blocking your heart in some way, is what they are saying. Okay. And although you may be a very compassionate person and you may have compassion for a lot of other people, you have not found self-compassion. And that is what is lacking. And with this dragon energy, that is what they are bringing in. And the new children is that we are bringing in self-compassion, self-love, self-forgiveness. Honoring the self. Because when we fill ourselves up with that, then we have boundaries as well to have happiness and joy within our own life, because then we know what we want. Because up until that time, we are feeding other people. We are pleasing other people. We are listening to other people. We are always looking for validation from other people. We are looking for love because it doesn't exist within ourselves. And I say this in a truly loving way, because those of you that are struggling with this, please don't take this as a negative to say that you don't love, because you do love. You love deeply. You love everyone else deeply. But you are seeking that for yourself because you do not believe in yourself. You do not have that worthiness within yourself, because you are believing what everyone else is telling you. And we are being asked to step out into our own authentic self of believing and trusting in ourselves, trusting what we receive. And you are a truly unique and beautiful individual. And the divine wants you to express that and to see that. Okay, so let us take a deep breath in, and I feel the pain within the heart as I'm Turaskinaya Aratikaya Poratsikana Pokarinaya Haya Pora Shorai Kitai Ana Inan Kashkti Sirai Kai Sirai Kai Anaya O Akikaya Soraya Soraya Soraya. That is the star mothers that are coming through, that want you to know how much you are loved and how beautiful you are. And they want you to feel that love. So breathe in that energy and allow it. It is so beautiful that it is making my eyes leak. It is making my eyes leak. Okay. Take in that deep breath now and just feel that love that is coming through. They have formed a circle. They have formed a circle around you. They're holding hands. And they are reaching out to hold your hand. So simply put your hands out like this and allow them to hold your hand and to receive it as they flow that abundance of love through your body, in through your heart. Close your eyes and feel that reflection of that love that wishes to embody you. Just breathe and accept the energy that is flowing through. Rainai kishkatarai, tokaditadaya, arainaya, koshkata, koshkatai woshkanaya, woshkanaya arainaya, awanakiti, siraya, siraya ashkaya, naya, Karanai Poshkarai Poshkarai Nai Ainai Aranai Nai Marai Maraki Marakishkayanaka Porai Marai Maraka Paraskai Shoshkata Shoshkata ni araikita Ainaiki Ainaiki reina Parai Parai nayato Toraiki Toraiki sky Just breathe in the energy and feel it. Feel the beauty. Do not turn away. Do not turn away from your beauty. Beautiful, beautiful souls. That is what I have for you today. And as my eyes leak on camera, I am reminded of the cleansing that the divine promises us when we open our heart to love and our own authenticity, following our path of truth. Our truth is our awareness. It is our enlightenment. It is our joy. It is the closest part of us to God. That is your purpose, and that is your path. Be you, authentically, lovingly, joyfully, forgiving, accepting, and finding peace. Thank you for joining me. And until next time, please remember to always let love be your guide.